Welcome back to the MagHub training videos. In this video, we're going to go over how to create a company and a contact record. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here to the contacts menu, and you'll notice I have the ability to search for a contact, add a contact, search for a company, or add a company. Typically, the first thing I'm going to do is search to make sure the company's not already in the system. So to do that, I'll simply start typing in the company name that I'm looking to do. In this case, I'm going to do Endeavor B2B. As you saw there were options that did come up. I could select those if they were appropriate. Maybe this wasn't a shortened name, so maybe it was Endeavor Business Media that I wanted to choose. I could do that. But if this is a brand new company of Endeavor B2B, I can go ahead and leave that alone. I could do a search and just search for anything that comes up. Nothing does. I can choose to then add a new company over here to the right. I'll start typing in my company name again here. Now that I know they do not exist in the system, it should have my name listed here underneath primary rep. If you need to add an additional rep, you can here. If this is going to be a split account, you would want to do that now. You need to add a primary contact. Now, typically, if this is a new company, you don't have one of those. So you're going to go ahead and click the Add New Contact. Now, if you don't have a contact record for the company at this time, but you do have a company name, simply hit the plus symbol. And by default, the first name is set to first and the last name is set to last with an email address of placeholder@maghub.com. Feel free to change any of that if this is a new contact record that you have that information for. But if you don't, just leave it as is and put in either same as company address if you've already filled that out. At this point, I have not, but I can go ahead and put in the address here. I'm going to go ahead and randomly select everything. You'll notice it went through and pre-filled all my information within here. You can also do a quick fill here, and then I can go ahead and hit create. Now here, underneath the company, I don't have an address listed. All I have to do is hit same as primary contact, and it'll pre-fill in with all that information that I just put in there. The next thing I want to do now that I have my primary contact selected is choose what the company type is. We have advertiser, agency, and unassigned. If you truly don't know whether they're an agency or an advertiser, put them in unassigned until you know. For now, if you want to enter in an order, put them in underneath advertiser. If they're an agency, you have to associate that agency with the advertiser. We'll get into that in a little bit more when we start looking into the order entry process. So for this one, I'm going to put them in as an advertiser. I'm going to then select my publisher. By default, you're either going to be one of these Endeavor publishers that are listed here. I'm going to choose Endeavor Business Media. My market, this is going to be whichever market that you're more closely associated with. In this example, I'm just going to do the industrial water group. Then I'm going to choose my primary category. Typically, this is going to be set to general and whatever your group is. So if you were in water, you could just do general here and choose water if it was in the system. We'll be adding these in here, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do EC General. If there's additional categories, you can add those. Primarily, we're just setting this required field here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Create. The next step you can do is if you have multiple contacts in the system already and you know who the billing, print, digital artwork are, you can set those here. Those will automatically pull up by default when you're creating your order later on. So it is an important thing to make sure that in your companies you are setting these if you do know what they are. I can go ahead and hit Save here. And now I can add in any dynamic attributes. Now these are something we'll get into a little bit more, but as we start looking into using the tags and leveraging those, you can add that information in here. If there's a sales rep split on the account, you can put that information in. If I wanted to do healthcare tags, I would simply select that and choose from the available tags that are listed there. I can add multiple ones if I would like, and then click out of there and hit save and continue. Now that'll be added to those tags. And here, when we come to this screen, you'll now see all the information such as the primary contact, what categories they're associated with, who the primary rep is, additional company details, those are the tags that we just added. If there's a credit card that you need to add on file, you can simply do that by hitting add card. You'll see who created that, who updated it. So if you need to reach out to a different sales rep, you can do that here by looking at the name. And then any billing information that's listed here. As you'll notice, you cannot edit the billing information. That has to be done by our finance team. As you go here across the top, you'll see all the different information associated with that company record. But now we've successfully created a company and a contact record in the system that we can then search on and look for as we move forward. To do a search, simply come up here and either search for the company or the contact. If I do search companies like we did before, I can do that. Now I do have the ability to just view my clients. I can view saved searches that I've already saved, edit display fields of what's going to be displayed on my search, and the add new company that we already went over. You'll also notice this advanced search option. This is also listed on the contact search menu. Here is where you can choose country. Once you choose your country, you can choose your state, the market that they may be in by zip code, city, country, whether or not they have sales, if they're new companies listed within MagHub. If they're sold within a certain publication, you can then select that from here, from these additional filters, and then you can hit search. So if I did just view my clients, this will do a pre-search with all the information already filled in based on this rep, Ben, and it'll pull up all of his information here. You can search for certain ones within Media Radar. You can save this search. You can also create a call list from this. Eventually, we'll go down the path of being able to leverage the mailing list from these, as well as export the results to be published out through a blast if you needed to do a marketing blast. This same thing can be done underneath the contact records as well. Simply go up here and do a search for contacts. From here, you can do the same type of search by rep and view my clients or view your previous saved searches. You can show an advanced search that's listed here by contact owner, by the publication they're associated with, as well as any other additional contact details that we have. If they have a media kit marketing association with them, you can then select that and choose which media kit that they're currently supposed to be receiving. That list can then be pulled later on, and you can then upload that into your portal to be sending out marketing messages to those specific clients. So in this example, these are all of my clients that are currently getting the media kit for mass transit. So I have 182 entries down here at the bottom, which I can paginate through. As I scroll up and down, I can click on any of these to filter and organize anything within this system here by email address or contact name. Once again, I have the same options to view and edit the display fields, view saved searches. From here, I have none at this time, but if I did, I could view anything that I have saved within the system. To save it, you'll simply see this save search here as you filter it out. You can then share this search with other sales reps or your publisher as needed once you give it a name. That is how you can add a contact, do a save search, as well as do enhanced searching on contacts and companies. Thank you very much for your time and have a good day.